It's showing something.
Is it showing anything now?
Yes. We got, like, I think
Yeah.
so.
Okay, I think it's working now.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. We just have to turn it on every time.
God damn it.
It took me forever to figure out that the mute has to be... Like, if you hit the mute button, it has to... When it's, like, solid on, it's recording, and when it's flashing, it's muted.
It's solid.
Yeah.
That's a terrible product design, but, here we are.
Look, it belonged to Dougie. We borrowed it.
We did borrow it.
And we just spent 30 seconds talking
very
about
graciously allowed us.
So cheers. Hello.
Cheers. Hello.
Cheers.
Welcome to Romance on the Rocks.
A drinky book club. Today's happy hour because we're all tired.
Oh.
World's gone to shit and we're just tired.
And it's cold still.
And it's cold.
Yes, it's fucking freezing. It's winter, and this will come out possibly March, April, so it might still be fucking cold depending on where you are.
Who knows?
Because we are playing musical episodes with when we record and when we publish, because it just kind of depends on...
Because life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it depends on what I think is, or we think is funny, and what would make sense to publish certain times.
In order, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not always in order. You might have noticed that with the last episode, and we still haven't introduced ourselves, I just realized. And we're all sober at this point.
We usually start moderately sober.
Yeah, we've had a drink.
Or at least we started on our
We've
drink.
at least started.
No,
We've sipped it to make sure it's what we want to drink that day.
But again, we're tired.
Yes.
Mine is a pretty red color.
It is a pretty red color.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And the cup is very pretty. It's so I got these...
Special happy hour cups.
Yeah, these are like special podcasty cups that I found at a store when I was hanging with my dad.
They're all pretty iridescent.
Yeah.
And they have each one has their own kind of theme.
Pattern.
Yeah, like there's plain iridescent, there's...
Pebbly?
Pebbled, and then there's like herringbone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they each cost like $1, and they're shaped kind of like jewels, I guess.
So we save those for our
Happy
drinky
hour
time.
thing.
Mm-hmm.
And we still haven't introduced ourselves.
You said we were going to, and then you went off on another tangent, and I wasn't about to stop you.
I got distracted.
That was Christina.
Yes. And that was Laurel.
And I'm Claire.
And here we go. So yeah, happy hour, and seriously, all we've come up with for today's topic is our random reading rabbit holes that we've been going down.
So
either on
everybody
accident.
goes down weird rabbit holes.
And
Yes.
sometimes it's on accident, and sometimes it's because we've somehow trained the Amazon Kindle algorithm or whatever.
You have trained your Amazon Kindle algorithm very specifically to give you the most unhinged shit I think I've ever heard.
That's true.
Not on purpose.
Oh, whatever.
Some of it is just...
That's what you keep reading, so it keeps feeding it to you.
Sometimes it's from like the Instagram book ads.
We have trouble picking out books because they're not unhinged enough.
Yeah.
They're like random book ads.
We're like this
That
one,
I'm
and
like,
Stina's like,
this looks
no, it's not
interesting.
unhinged enough.
This looks... No, last book one we were looking at, one was a little too unhinged, and I was like, I don't know if I want this.
That was actually my suggestion.
Yeah.
And I did suggest any unhinged books to our book club.
Okay. But she was looking for Five Spice, Road Hard, Put Away Wet.
I wanted some 3 or 4s, because we've been doing a lot of 2s.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to tell when we pick these
Yes,
how
that's
spicy
true.
they're going to be.
So...
We do look at, like, people's reviews.
Yeah, and sometimes it's hard to tell even with reviews, because you never know with Amazon. And, like, Laurel likes to buy the physical books to read.
I do.
So she's not training an algorithm. She's just picking stuff up and then going from there.
But I do normally get them on Kindle Unlimited as well.
Yeah.
Or Kindle. Sometimes I pay for them if I have to, so I can have both.
Honestly, I think between the 3 of us right now, Claire's rabbit hole that she's gone down is probably the most, like, sane, normal, like, mainstream-ish rabbit hole.
It's true. That's true. But
Yeah, but it's because I am like 10 years late to the ACOTAR trope. Been meaning to read them for years.
But that's the thing is, like, that was both of us. Like, I just finished them, so I was like, here's the whole thing.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing. I was aware and was interested. I had Sarah J. Maas's, it wasn't ACOTAR, it was The Crescent City.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
I've had that in my Kindle for like a decade.
Yes.
I just never read it.
Yes.
So I read all of ACOTAR and handed it over to to you, and then I bought the first Crescent City, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to read other stuff before I get started on a whole nother series.
And the only reason I finished the first book is because Laurel told me to just keep going. Because I'm like, this blows. Like, this is so dumb. What? Like, it was another one of those I thought Book Talk lied.
Everyone that's read it is like, that's what they told me too. Everyone that's read it's like, oh man, just wait till you get to the second one.
Just get to the
second one and you're good to go.
I am in vocal agreement on that one. Just get to the second fucking book.
Yes.
Yes,
and then you just got to read the whole thing, and then you think about it.
And then you won't be able to stop.
I know, and then all I want to see are like ACOTAR memes. Oh.
And then me, I have yet to read them.
You can just pass them over to Christina.
Because you've been too busy reading Glitter Dicks.
Yes.
Like, I'm gonna read something else, and you're like, nope, I found another Glitter Dick.
Okay, so if you've listened before, Glitter Dicks are...
I don't know that we've talked about them being glitter dicks.
Okay, well, explain what they are.
So, glitter dicks are something we've discovered in one of the books they were called. It's when you've got a pierced cock.
It can be... Not just one. Just one.
Well, but we've taken it to cover all of the glitter dicks. So you've got the Prince Albert, the Jacob's Ladder for how many ladders you have, and then something I discovered a couple of days ago that I wasn't fully aware of. Like, I kind of had an inkling, but it's the reverse Prince Albert.
What?
Do I even want to know what that
Well,
is?
apparently the Prince Albert goes, like, up the hole.
Yeah,
It's like a straight bar up the hole.
What?
Kind of deal
It is?
I think
it goes
so.
straight up.
Yeah.
I thought it was perpendicular.
No. That's part of, like, a ladder. That's a different piercing. And then the reverse Prince Albert is like a ring. It's like a hoop piercing.
No.
Yes.
No.
Oh.
And so,
no.
I went
what if that gets lost up in you? Okay, anyway, sorry.
But, like, again, I did not intend to go down this rabbit hole. It was just, it's an interconnected series of books. And nothing in any of the ads or descriptions I saw had any indication that they were pierced. Okay?
But every book you get now has glitter dicks in it.
Well, it's all part of that same stupid freaking interconnected universe of all of these books. Well,
having said that, the other rabbit hole that she's not saying is all these glitter dick books are also hockey romances because she's into that.
Sports ball romances because
any of them.
The interconnected romances by this author Brittany Nicole, I think her name is. I should probably look to make sure it's correct. And she also does books with other authors for like part one of the series is. And let me make sure. Is it Brittany Nicole? Or Brittany? I don't know. Whatever. But, like, none of the descriptions, none of any of it had glitter dicks. And I hadn't seen, like, that many pierced dicks in my books. And then I'm, like, reading this series. Nothing in the description. They're all, like lost love, redemption, you know, like, falling hard.
And also a penis piercing pact.
And then all of a sudden, I'm reading
not just
books.
one, but the whole group.
How do they end up
team.
with that many piercings, Christina?
The whole team's obviously getting
well, not the whole team. So,
okay.
But it was a good, like a core group of these hockey players. Apparently, it was the drunken truth or dare gone wrong. Is what they and
does not seem like.
And it wasn't the dares
that
that caused the glitter dicks. It was the truths. If you didn't answer the truth question, you got pierced. And so
that's a terrible way to play truth or dare.
Yeah.
And then so now
that's a dare.
And like all of these guys are like, and there's some of these are like billionaire families that have hockey players in them or whatever. But like, it's like what
in them or in them.
I mean,
okay.
And
sorry, that was big.
I mean that word. Like Brittany Nicole has like, there's a whole like mom com. It's like a group of 4 single women decide to move in together and raise their kids together without men, and then each one slowly falls in love.
Oh my God, who hasn't talked about that? Okay.
But like, it's a compound, and then there's a new series that's supposed to be the dad com, where it's the dad compound now, where the single fathers are doing it. But like, it's glitter dicks, and then I was like, there's a name they call it in the book to the girls. There's glitter dick. There's sparkle dick. No, sparkle penis, bedazzled penis, and sparkle penis. Or sparkle dick. And then one character who's just like an eccentric out there, but she's a badass PR person with no filter in real life, but like in PR filter, calls it her like Lisa Frank penises.
Oh God.
So yeah, I've gone down the glitter dick rabbit hole, and I have many questions.
You have so many questions.
I know, we're always asking her questions about it.
Yeah.
First of all, the book in the series that actually started all of this is called War. He's the hockey player captain. The beginning of the book, he's a playboy. But the premise of the book was he's trying to adopt 3 children that are in, druggy bomb, hard time, just these kids need a stable home. So he's trying to adopt them, and then he makes a marriage deal with a woman who works for his hockey team.
This is the only pact that he's gone into that hasn't ended in
and
piercings.
And the girl he meets falls in love, like she's their charity coordinator.
Oh.
And so but she fell in love with the same one of the little girls he's trying to adopt.
Mm-hmm.
And because she loves that little girl so much, and she knows needs a stable home. And the only way he can do it is it's better if you're married than a single dad who plays hockey and is gone most of the time.
And also has a plethora
they don't
of penis
ask,
piercings.
They do not ask you that.
They did not.
No, I know they don't ask you that, but that is not an insignificant part of the plot of these books.
She does not know he has a glitter dick.
Until she does.
And then
a plethora of penis
so
piercings.
they get married. There's more complexity to this, but they get married, and then there's a group. The girls have a group text, and the boys have a group text. And then there's always this back and forth about the glitter dick, and she's like, "What is this?" And then but none of what I read had any of the ads, the descriptions, the cute plots, the little plot blurb they give you. None of it had pierced dicks in anything. And so I was like, "Oh, this is cute."
They just want to be surprised.
And then I'm like, "What the fuck? There's a glitter dick!" And then just the whole series. Not everyone has a glitter dick, though. It's like 5 of the guys actually have the glitter dick.
That's a not insignificant amount of the team.
No.
Because there's 10, 15 guys
I've
on a hockey team.
I've never seen one in person, just saying.
No.
Look, it's a weird rabbit hole that I'm trying to get out of right now, but even the ones that I'm reading that I purposely go and find that are by different authors that don't have a glitter dick, that usually don't, they just randomly appear.
You have trained the Kindle algorithm.
These are authors that I read before all the glitter dick happened.
And then
these
you
are
forgot
authors.
They were glitter dicks?
No, none of the other ones have had glitter dicks, and all of a sudden a glitter dick shows up. I'm like, wait a minute, this author doesn't write glitter dicks.
No, you have trained the
I
Amazon
have never
Kindle
once
algorithm.
had Kindle or Goodreads pick glitter dick.
But it's the author. I searched for the specific author that I know doesn't do that stuff, and all of a sudden the newest book has a glitter dick in it. I'm just like, I don't know. Yeah. But that's my rabbit hole. It's not your rabbit hole.
Okay, so my weird rabbit hole lately are demons, apparently. So, like I said, I did read the ACOTAR, so I was already in my romantasy section, and I read the spicy Twilight. I read all of them. So, I really enjoyed the Eternal Rain series, which is Broadbent, the same ones that gal that wrote Fourth Wing, right? Did that whole, was it 8-book series, 7 or 8-book series with the vampire dystopia thing, and I'm into that. So I was like, okay. And then, so, I like my Bridgerton and my other, Jane Austen and all that. So that's when I got the Thrones of the Fallen, right? And I gave that to you.
Turns out they're demons.
They're demons, yeah. And so that was kind of interesting. It wasn't as Bridgerton-y as I would have liked, but it was cute. And then the second one I thought was even better. So a different brother of the demon from hell. Each one's a different
they're all
sin.
related.
Yeah, because they're all related. So that's the first 2, and I think there's going to be one about each brother. So, or so on. And so I read those 2, and then I was like, oh, would it be cute before Valentine's Day? And I went to the bookstore, and I saw My Funny Demon Valentine by Aurora Asher, and it had a cute, pages, not the spine, the other side. You know how they're...
The painted pages.
The painted pages
the straight
lately,
edges.
really cute.
Yes.
Hot pink and white, little demons instead of cupids, flying around. And so, Funny Demon Valentine, it was kind of cute. I really enjoyed it. And apparently the next one is about, he has 4 brothers, blood brothers, that are other demons. 3 other brothers. There's 4 of them total. And so, the next one's about the hunter. And so, I'm kind of considering getting it just for fun. So I don't know how I got into demons, because that's not I kind of like vampires.
Next month...
I fell into it. I don't know.
Next month is supposed to be the month of the weird, the wild, and the mad.
Yeah.
We could do a demon book.
We could. I mean... it's not as weird as some of the other things people
no,
have suggested.
We're not
going
to go off the rails into the weird stuff.
Yeah, we're not going
later.
off the rails. I have ideas for some off the rails stuff.
The weird, the really, really out there weird stuff. We're going to wait a while.
So having said that, this is not, it's not a Valentine's book. It's just, they use that My Funny Valentine's song on the book. So it would be totally appropriate.
Gotcha.
You know, like My Funny Valentine.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah, so it's not like too weird. But anyway, I don't know how I got into demons.
Dude, none of us, look, I didn't want to train it to give me glitter dicks, and I have so many questions.
Well, I definitely got a couple, like, dark romances, and I did some of the romantic-y ones, so I'm getting a lot of the popular ones on those. Now, this one, like I said, I just picked it up because it was at Books A Million in the section with all the books that, like, we have been reading, and it had a pretty outside, and I was like, oh, Valentine's is coming up.
See, I've gotten, like, my Kindle is downstairs, so I'm going off of what's on my phone. I've gotten all sorts of weird
I know, I
shit.
might have left mine accidentally.
I've got, a lot of them are sports ball.
So, you guys aren't in any other reading groups, right?
No.
So, my work group has one, and so they've been stuck on, like, murder mystery type ones, and so they tried to move on. So we just read, and we haven't talked about it yet, The Unmaking of June Farrow. It was pretty good.
I have on my list a couple of the ones, like, that were made into passion flicks films.
Yeah.
Like, there's a whole, like, rock band series that's the first book they made into a film. It's called Stage Dive by Kylie Scott. And the titles of each of the books are Lick, Play, Lead, and Deep. They're like romantic comedy, little emotional ones.
Yeah.
No glitter dicks. Lots of tattoos out.
Yes.
There have been some weird, like, poly open relationship ones that I'm, like, trying to understand. And then there's also, so I have it downloaded. It's like a reverse harem kind of version of Peter Pan and Wendy. It's called Second to the Right, and it's like a 3-book series about Wendy, Pan, and the Lost Boys.
Okay.
And so it looked interesting. I haven't started reading it yet, but, like, and then there's also, like, Hannah and the Hitman by Vanessa Vale. So that one looked funny. Like, it's a romantic comedy. He falls for her because she's reading spicy romance next to him.
Yeah.
On the airplane, and so he falls, but she doesn't know he's a hitman, and he doesn't know how to tell her now, kind of deal. But,
What's
like,
that one?
It's called Hannah and the Hitman by Vanessa
good.
Vale. But, like, I've also been I reread the Discovery of Witches Book of Life series.
Oh, see, I bought that first one, and I haven't read it yet.
I haven't read the 5th book, and, like, I reread all 4 books to read the 5th book, and then didn't read the 5th book. Because I'm like, okay, I read all 4, and now my brain doesn't want this heavy, because
exactly
they're emotional, and I also went down the rabbit hole of the TV show. Book of Discovery Life. It's on Netflix right now. It was on AMC. And they do a really good job of it, even when they deviate from the book. Because there's some stuff that doesn't translate.
That new one I just bought.
And it's good. And if you want to read the Discovery of Witches books, I have the paperback copy somewhere in my bookshelf. Well, the first 3. I don't have the 4th one or the 5th one, because Dougie needs to buy those for me.
What was that one? I just bought one because I was at Target, and it was buy one, get one half off on games and books and things, so I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, I need to get the hardcover of Onyx Storm to add it to my collection.
It depends on whether it's in stock or not.
There's different ones.
Well, and
there's like a special one, and then there's another one, and they all have pretty outside.
I don't care as long as it's the same height, so it fits together.
Oh, see, I don't even worry about it. I gotta admit,
I have rebought a series, like the Stieg Larsson, Girl with the Dragon Tattoo series.
Yes.
I bought 2 of the books, and they were the same height. And then I bought the newest release, and it was the wrong height. I couldn't take it. Got rid of sold the first 2 or donated to library, or rebought them so they were all the same fucking height.
Yeah.
I got a couple new ones from the exchange at work because we've been putting books in. So I got Heartless Hunter, and I got The Women. I still haven't read that.
Dude, my TBR list, all the unread books I have is insane. And it's ridiculous considering how much I read, and how quickly I read.
But you've been in a glitter dick hole.
Yeah, you haven't gotten out of it.
Yeah.
I'm I'm clawing my way out right now.
Yeah.
Except the clawing my way out has deviated. I went from glitter dicks to like poly open questions.
I still have that one that we didn't choose for the next one. I have that honeymooners.
I'm trying to like claw my way back from the unhinged, extra spicy, like back to like normal.
Kind of normal people stuff.
Yeah.
No offense, because we like those too, but I'm just saying, like.
I mean, yeah, but like there's a point where all of that.
It gets to be much, and then like it kind of colors a normal book.
And well, for me, it's more of like trying to figure out the goddamn gymnastics.
Yeah, but it's also
that's one
like
of the most fun parts of it.
Yeah.
Well, there was one of them where it was like a 4-way. It was a quad with 3 guys, and she had 2 cocks in her vagina and 1 in her ass.
Oh my.
And it's like, how did the physics of how do all the guys get to like?
Yeah.
There's not a lot of room like down there.
Yeah.
And Christina almost fell over doing like a half split in the air.
And these aren't like little guys. These are all like big guys. And so it's like, and I mean, they did say they had to try a couple of ways to make it work. And then they described it how one guy ended up with another guy's ass in his face. While the guy was doing like a half squat.
Oh God.
And I'm just like, this, at least, no.
It's not believable anymore at that point.
I'm like, that's just a lot of cock.
I can't find that last book I bought I was going to tell you guys.
But like Laura was saying, like it just kind of like when you go from, it's like going from a really hot shower to like something that's lukewarm.
Yeah.
Right?
It's not going to feel the same.
Like,
whoa.
All smut for 200 pages and then you read something normal.
I did get back to like the just single one-on-one without the glitter dicks. Yeah. And they're still really good. Like I'm
telling you that one I can't remember I got. The one I got from Target, it's like on Book Talk it was like 5 chili spices and I was like, hot damn, I haven't had one of those in a while. I'm gonna get that.
Yeah. Well, if you need really chili spices, I can do the ones that aren't unhinged with the extra cocks or the glitter dicks.
Yeah.
I have.
Don't you like the unhinged?
I have fun with it because I know it's unbelievable. They make me laugh, and sometimes it's fun telling Dougie about it because the look on his face is just like, what is this?
Oh no, I don't tell Mr.
Laurel.
Yeah, Mr. Laurel.
Well, see, Dougie asks questions and sometimes provides suggestions for some of the unhinged stuff we're looking for we'll be reading in the future. Mm-hmm. So I feel like, you know what? If he doesn't want me to tell him about it,
hey,
he wouldn't ask.
Yeah, exactly. But it's just, these are the rabbit holes now. Today's just kind of sit and chat. I also just realized we did not talk about any of the booze we're drinking.
Oh, we can do that.
Again, as you can tell, we are tired.
Yeah.
It's
been a week.
It's been a week. All the mental health is not doing great.
Oh. Yeah. Okay, so hand me that one so I can tell about it.
Yes, you talk about yours.
So mine is a beautiful amber color, reddish amber actually, and so is the bottle.
It is
Barcelo
a pretty bottle.
Imperial Rare Blends Porto Cask, finished in tawny port, tin wine casks.
Is it a rum?
Mm-hmm.
Yep, it's a rum.
Yeah.
Laurel and her rum.
Yum, yum.
The bottle
From
is
Dominican
really
Republic.
If you look at the sun coming through that bottle.
I know, it's a really pretty bottle.
It's a really pretty bottle.
bottle.
And you know, I thought it was just the bottle, but then when I poured it was this
no,
really
the
reddish.
bottle's a really, the rum is a really pretty color, and the well, I mean, port can be a really pretty color.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. But this, so this was in a port cask. It's from Dominican Republic, so it's excellent. It's very.
I'm taking a sip.
Yeah, please.
Oh, it smells good.
It's good.
This is definitely a rum you can drink straight.
You wanna?
Yeah. Give me a
sip.
I'll try.
Since Claire is trying, I will talk about mine. It is another one of the tequilas that, again, the 6 degrees of the people I know and the bartender people and bar people I know. This is another one of those tequilas from that tequila
It's a little
tasting.
watered down with ice, but still good.
It's a Las Flor Añejo. It's 100% agave. It is, this one doesn't, the label doesn't really tell the region. Okay, so it looks like it's the upper region of Jalisco. Some of this it's steel tanks, well water, copper pot, 2 times distilled. It's an añejo. It's not an extra añejo, so the flavor's a little lighter. I do love my repos, but I also love a really good añejo. I don't know. There's not a whole lot else that I will say, because we'll link to their website and social media and stuff like we do on ours.
What are your feelings on tasting?
I love it. I mean, I wouldn't have bought the bottle if I didn't. Like, This is one of the ones where we went to the tasting and there was like several bottles, and I ended up with an armful of bottles, and Claire's laughing her ass off at me. It's like, I expect nothing less.
Yep. Yeah, she couldn't pick just one, so you bought like
3 bottles. And these are like $80 bottles of tequila.
Yeah. But then you have them for instances like this when you need them.
And so some of the bottles right now, the tequila, we couldn't find in our the bigger name liquor stores. So we had to get them through the friends who work like distributors and bought stuff to resale to sell to us, and then some are by a different liquor store that seems to have the in with people in Mexico to get the good shit.
Yeah, there's a liquor store that's not far from where I live, where we've been getting a pretty good selection of tequila.
And she is hugging the good one.
I'm hugging the good shit here. So I've got some Gran Clase Arete tequila. It's an extra añejo.
It is our special extra añejo.
It's our special extra añejo. I have the regular añejo at home.
And I was drinking that during the Wings of the Serpent night horribleness.
Yes.
I was drinking the regular añejo. That
Yes.
wasn't strong enough, so I had to get a bourbon.
Yes.
But she's drinking their extra añejo. Same distiller. This is just their extra special.
Yep.
This is not a cheap bottle of tequila.
It is not.
It's almost a couple $100.
I would say it's equivalent to... That dog is going to knock something off this table.
He tried to knock off my rum.
The
bottle.
He's a big dog. He's got a big ass tail, and he doesn't realize how big he is.
He's a horse.
Lost my train of thought.
He's a big horse. Yes.
Hello.
It is equivalent to, so this arete, at least at the liquor store that we get it at, is equivalent to a repo of Clase Azul.
I bought 2 bottles that night, and it was like total was like $300 between the 2 of them. I think this one was almost $175.
That one's like
because the other one was only $120.
It's like $180 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one was like $180.
So it's not a cheap bottle of tequila. So again, the basic arete añejo, that's the standard añejo, is
about an $80 bottle.
So it's not bad. So you don't have to go out of your way to get it. It's still an excellent añejo. I like fancy
It's not
tequila.
widely available though, so you have to find a liquor store that's sourcing kind of some of those more specialty tequilas. As opposed to just like, you can't really just go to the grocery store and get something.
Right now, the tequilas that we've been drinking, not all of them are a little harder to find. I will say that, because these aren't the common, well-known brands.
We're kind of driving to the more well-stocked places in town.
These are the smaller, family-owned distilleries. These are the, more traditional methods. These aren't the heavily marketed, branded ones, because I think we've talked about it before. I will not have Patron in the house. At all.
It's terrible.
It is. It's not good. I do not like it. For tequila, I wouldn't. Honestly, I don't. Don Julio. We have a small bottle of the 1942? Is that what it is? Yeah.
I thought it was
1842. I can't remember. I don't drink Don Julio very much. I mean, it's a decent tequila. It's a repo.
Yeah.
But it's not something I would spend that much money on.
I mean, if you want to go get something that's a decent tequila that's readily available,
that's not
go with like a Corlejo.
Mm-hmm. Corlejo's, and it's cheaper.
Yeah, Corlejo's cheaper. The excellent tequila, their repo, I want to say, is about $40 a bottle, somewhere in there, and it's an excellent tequila.
And I will drink an entire bottle of that over the course of was it 6 hours, 7 hours?
It was like 6 to 8 hours, something like that. We were at the pool drinking all day.
And it's not like a little glass.
No, you can bring your full glasses of tequila.
And full rocks glasses.
Yes.
I mean, there was crushed ice, but...
Yes. Anyway.
But yeah, my liver is livering.
You have a magic liver that just, can process any amount of alcohol, and I just don't understand how. good genetics or something. I have no idea.
No one else in my family holds liquor. My dad's a lightweight.
Yeah, but still.
He likes to drink vinegar wine.
I know.
Does he turn red? Does he have the flesh?
I'm lucky I don't.
Yeah.
I don't have the allergy.
Yeah, I was reading somewhere, like, if you do, like, you really shouldn't keep drinking because, like, that means you can't process,
Yes.
you know, and then it could be bad for you,
well,
as opposed to, like, not normal amounts.
If I go over a certain amount, I'll get flushed.
Do you?
Yeah.
I don't get the glow.
I don't either.
I mean, it's called the Asian glow for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't glow.
Yeah, but I've also never had the good tolerance. Like...
Oh, I did.
In college, I was okay there for a little while, and then it was like after college, just had less opportunities to drink, and you're busy. And
what's hilarious, and honestly, in the last...
Mine went down at, I don't know, 30.
Since
I stopped doing it
honestly,
so much.
since COVID, I don't drink very much. Like, we don't drink as frequently as we used to.
I guess not.
Because in the years leading up to COVID, after, everything with drama, and I was drinking so heavily. And then I just tapered down, and I don't drink very much, but apparently my tolerance hasn't gone anywhere.
Yeah.
Because I'm still usually...
I was looking at my rum, and it looks like they also have añejos.
Tequila.
Yeah, they also have.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like, if they might have the same, like, umbrella company.
Maybe.
Because what's been
happening... But tequila's
this one is a port cask rum, but yeah, let me see.
Tequila is...
Gran
it's
Añejo,
a specific region.
Yes, but it's also an easy market to break into because you don't have to age tequila for very long.
No.
Right? So silver tequila is a handful of months. The extra añejo is probably 2 to 3 years.
Okay, so I said Gran Añejo and I clicked on it. Fruit of the perfect blend of the finest Dominican rums, patiently aged for up to 6 years in ex-bourbon oak barrels.
So maybe they use that. That's weird.
The term, yeah.
They use the term, but it's not a tequila.
It's not tequila, yeah. So that's interesting.
So again, if you get tequila and it's distilled nearby you, I wouldn't completely trust it. I'm just saying, unless it's because it's Jalisco. You want the blue agave from Jalisco.
Yeah, and
it's the region, the flavors from the volcanic soil. There's a whole slew of reasons why it's.
But there are also other kinds of liquor that you can get that are distilled from tequila that are not tequila.
Yes.
That are distilled from blue agave that are not tequila.
Yes. We do need to pop out the mezcal at some point. I don't have as much of it.
Yeah, but I had to explain to someone one time that mezcal is just...
Mezcal is to tequila as what scotch is to whiskey.
Mezcal is just Mexican scotch.
It's hard for people to, like, understand that. It takes a minute because it's... Mezcal is to tequila what scotch is to whiskey.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Very smoky, almost like a liquid smoky kind of. I like to mix.
Mezcal is more smoky than peaty.
Yes.
Smoky.
So it doesn't taste like
I guess I thought it being kind of
smoke
peaty.
heavy. It's smoke heavy.
Okay.
It's more smoke heavy than, whereas scotch can be either smoke heavy or peat heavy.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
I mean, we have a couple, although I think
it's been a while since
mezcal is pretty low, so we'd have to restock some of it.
Yeah.
They make mezcal old fashions are fantastic. I love a mezcal, a well-made mezcal old fashioned.
I like to mix my mezcal and not really a straight mezcal. But I don't like scotch either, so that's...
I liked that one we had the other week.
Yeah, the one we had the other week wasn't terrible.
It was like really peaty, but it was good peaty.
The light prog or
the really peaty one was good.
La Prague. The one that Dougie gave to us and was like, they said, do you want to taste really... I'm like, no, we have all enjoyed it.
It's like drinking a campfire.
Like, we really enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it was like an oceany campfire.
Yeah. I liked it, yeah.
Yeah. I didn't hate it.
But yeah, this is a lazy week because it's been a long... Look, 2025 just fucking sucks.
And we're only like halfway through February.
Yeah, again, we're recording in February.
We're barely into this year. Yeah, that's right.
We're just making it.
Yeah, but all of
when
us
this episode comes out, it will no longer be the second
I'm sure
week of
we'll
February.
have made it by then, yeah.
We'll still be hanging on by our, fingernails. Because...
But they're good fingernails. We all did them.
I see my nail tech every other week. And she's a friend of mine, so I get yelled at a lot. Actually, no, she hasn't yelled at me in a while.
What?
We figured...
You get all kinds of fun stuff, though. I want one, like...
So the thing with her is, like, we figured out early on, like, certain things were just... I'm really hard on my hands.
Yeah.
I mean, I play with kettlebells. I run into shit all the time. Like, I use my nails as tools. So I got yelled at a lot until we figured out. I used to have acrylics.
Yeah.
And then we figured out I can't do the square, the really pretty square with like a fudge. I can't do those because I break the corners off of all of them. And then all of a sudden we're like, well, let's.
Which shape is that considered? Almond?
This is like an almond. Actually, these were. I think these were originally stilettos. So we gave. It was one Halloween a few years ago where I'm like, let's just see, because we had.
I want pretty long ones, but I have my natural.
We did coffins.
Yeah, coffin.
Because we're like I won't break corners.
Right.
But I still pop them off after a couple of weeks. Something else that she freaks out about is like my nails grow incredibly fast.
Yes.
And it drives her crazy. So I always have to do either a fill or a new set. So we went from coffin and was like, well, it's Halloween, let's try stilettos. Because it was one of those years where, I think it was right after COVID, where I was just like, let's go stabby. And it turns out that is one of the few styles I can wear without breaking them. And it's bizarre because it's stiletto.
Yep.
And then about a year, not even a year ago, we went from acrylic to what they call gel X. Because acrylic, they glue the tips to the top of your finger.
Right, and then they put the
acrylic on it.
Yeah.
The gel X, the tip, covers your entire nail.
Oh.
And it's a lot stronger.
But how do they keep it on as well? Isn't that just like gluing fake nails on?
Whatever they use, they actually are stronger and stay on better. Like, you don't have lifting. Because my nails always lifted under acrylic as they grew out. They're stronger. One of the issues I always had with acrylic is as you fill them, they get really thick in the center, right?
Yeah.
These don't. And so, but yeah, when she has time and when she's bored, I have no say in what my nails look like. I've never had a say in the last... I've been seeing her, oh God, it's been 13 years.
Let her be artistic.
I've been going to her longer than I've been with Dougie. By about a month and a half. She experiments on my nails. She will find a new style she wants to try. A new color she's bought. I'm just like,
okay.
Well, part of it is because I used to pick colors, and then she would get annoyed with me because I could never just pick one. I would hand her like 7 colors. And so she finally just gave up and says, you're not picking anymore.
Yeah, I'm going to pick it for you.
I'll deal with just...
Oh man, I'm indecisive. I'm always like, okay, what about this one or this one? Which one do you think? This one or this one or this one?
Well, and like, I love her. And so every time people ask me who does my nails, I'm like, this is who I go to. And they're like, go to her social media. And they're like, why doesn't she advertise or do any of this? Honestly, because all of her clients are so loyal. And they have been going to her for like a decade or more.
Yeah.
That she will only take referrals.
Yep.
And even then, she's like, she can be really picky about who she does. And if I drop her, I drop my eyelash girl and my hair girl, and I'm not doing that. Because they're all friends and all work at the same salon, and I can't do that.
Yeah, no, not a good idea.
And they're like, why don't you come to us to get waxed? I'm like, okay, there's a limit.
Yeah.
Like, I love you guys, but the minute you see my lady bits...
Yeah, it's over.
It's a whole nother category.
Yeah.
Well, and I have a waxer I go to.
Right.
I'm not going to say more than that.
Yeah.
But
she's good.
She's unrelated.
Yeah, she's not one of the group, and it's fine. Like, I love her, but she sees my lady bits, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Although my nail girl also apparently does, or not apparently, she does, like the tattoo brow thing. She does that.
The good ones?
Mm-hmm.
Not like the old school Asian girl ones, like the new ones with
where the needle is. Yeah, she does that.
I wonder if I can... My mom needs that really bad. She doesn't have any eyebrows anymore, though. It's not like filling them in. It'd be like...
She does it. She does it.
Scratch.
I can ask her next time I see her.
I don't know if I can get my mom to do it.
I mean,
I would love to get that for her.
It is essentially a tattoo.
It is, yeah.
I mean, because it's... So, yeah.
Because, like, the ones I see on TikTok, I'm like,
oh, yeah.
Man, those look really good.
Yeah.
Her eyebrows look great. So, she keeps trying to get me to do it, and I'm just like, I don't know. Okay. Like, she keeps asking me if I want to do it, and I'm like, I don't know. It's not... Tattooed makeup, face stuff isn't my style.
Talking about sisters-in-law, mine got the lip color. And it was really nice, and I'm kind of tempted.
Well, and but the thing is, like...
And the eyeliner would be
face,
fun.
Like your hands, your dermis comes off more frequently, so you do have to reapply.
Yeah, but that's the good part, because then if you don't like it exactly, it'll probably be gone.
I don't know. As someone who's tattooed. I just, I don't see a point.
I would love not having to put like eyeliner on every day because I wear that. Like if I was stranded on a desert island and you had to pick like one piece of makeup, I don't know. I'd be like, okay, eyeliner and lipstick.
I don't put eyeliner on anymore. I don't need to.
I haven't worn eyeliner in years.
Eyelash extensions. Make it so I don't need them.
Yeah, but I don't know. You already have black eyelashes. I already have black eyelashes. I don't wear mascara. Like
I don't do eyeliner because I have the eyelash extensions.
Yeah.
And I need the eyelash extensions because my lashes are short and like stubby and gross looking. And during COVID, when I didn't have them, it was awful. I looked super Asian.
I totally would still like the just a nice small maybe cat eye.
Like if it was a cat eye, then that'd be one thing. But
just like some black liner that I could play up when I wanted to.
Yeah.
For every day.
Yeah.
Could roll out of bed and go to work.
Buddy's stomach is gross.
It's crumbling over there.
Yes. I'll stick with my tats. I don't know. There's just something about face and tats and
it is scary.
Face makeup. Like, I mean, I have my
Especially
aunt.
your eyeballs.
My aunt has tattooed eyeliner.
Yeah.
So, and she loves
that?
it.
Good?
She did it because I think she had shoulder surgery or something. She couldn't do it, so she got it before that happened.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, it was a way to do it.
And then stuck with it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It'd be so hard to pick somebody to tattoo your eyes, though.
You gotta find someone who does it regularly. I mean, it's one of those things, like finding a good tattoo artist.
Yeah.
Which is why I just recommend everybody go to mine, whether they do it or not is up to them.
I still like the idea of the eyebrows, though.
Yeah. If you want, I can talk to her. If you want to do it, or if you want your mom to.
I'm still ripping this stuff out. I got more eyebrow than I need, but my mom needs it. Like, I wonder if I can gift it to her.
Because she knows, like, mine get waxed, but, like, she wants to, like, color it to touch it more.
Yeah.
I'm like, I could.
But you're like, but I could also do it just fine myself when you need and want to do it, right? Like,
yeah. I use Glossier for the everyday, the boy brow or whatever that is. And then for fancy nights out, I use the Anastasia. Or Anastasia, I don't know how they... I use like the brow pencil. Yeah, he's a monster.
Yeah.
So the dog is like...
The big dog is half on the couch and half off the couch.
The whole back... Athelstan is sitting with his hiney on the sofa, but his legs are on the ground.
Yeah, he's a pony horse.
Yeah.
Stupid.
I like extra large dogs, and yes, he only has one brain cell.
It's Marie.
Yes. Huh. He's a scaredy dum-dum, as we call him.
But he's sweet as can be.
He's a very big love bug that is scared of everything under the sun. Possibly also the sun.
Maybe.
For being honest.
Oh, God.
I mean, Dougie wanted to give him sparkling water to see how he would react. And I'm like, no, we're not giving the dog spicy water because he might kill himself. Because
you would never drink water again, would you?
Yeah.
You'd be like, oh, no, that's bad.
And Marie gets jealous.
Marie hears attention being given.
Go play with Daddy Dougie. I still have Christmas decorations up.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, you were saving them for the Mardi Gras.
But some of them double, your colors are Mardi Gras colors, so you save them for Mardi Gras.
Yeah, and I'm lazy.
Yeah.
No, that's just a good idea, doubling up on that.
Yeah.
So, like, I make my holiday cards, New Year's cards, and everybody knows that they get a New Year's card, and then,
go play with
Daddy. And if you're really going slow, it's Lunar New Year. My cousin has embraced this, and they do Orthodox Christmas presents.
Yep. And we don't do Christmas cards or holiday cards or any of that because that's a lot of work. And again, we lazy.
It's okay.
Yeah. It's all right. It's 2025 and everything is on fire. You have a right to be lazy.
Why do you think we're drinking?
Yeah, you have a right to be lazy.
Oh gosh. Yeah. But we're also trying to plan like a girls' night. Where we've decided to. What was the text I sent out to the group? Slut up, bitches.
Oh yeah, it was. Yep. Man, it's been a while since I did that. Okay.
Granted, none of us go to nightclubs in general or like nightclubs, so God knows what we're gonna do.
We used to.
I don't go to nightclubs in Kansas.
I was never a nightclub person.
I did it in my early 20s.
Yeah.
I don't.
Occasionally. And it was usually in Los Angeles.
And I prefer when there's lots of good dancing. I was definitely a dancer.
I was the drinker.
Yeah, same.
But we decided to have some fun and see if we can't find Claire a man.
Were you sending us a text like where to find slut gear nowadays?
Oh yeah, that too.
Because goodness knows I don't have any good.
Well, because one of our friends, we did a low key girls' night before Valentine's Day. Not all the girls could make it, so there's a handful of us.
I'm sorry,
but no, it's fine. It happens. Fine. I mean, we've decided we want to do it more frequently, just the girls.
Absolutely.
But we decided there was we were looking for something to make Claire stand out. We were looking to figure out what would work, and then one of her girlfriends recommended Poppy Lush. So that is it. That is one thing. And the other thing is we've decided everybody but Claire is wearing black. We're her entourage.
You didn't tell us that part.
No.
Hypothetical club we're going to go to.
She will be in jewel tones. We will be in black.
Oh.
We are the wing women. So, yeah. Which is making... Granted, we were all a little tipsy and having fun, but I think it'll still be hilarious to try.
Oh, I like black. I look good in black.
I think it'll just be funny to see how it goes. Whether or not we find a club or whatever. Seriously, even if it isn't, do a girls' night. Bring your gay guys, guy friends, gay girlfriends, whatever.
Yeah.
Do a girls' night. It doesn't necessarily is strictly a girls' night. Just no significant others was what we did.
Yeah.
Non-couples night.
Yeah.
Individuals.
Because sometimes you just need to gab with the girls.
Yeah.
For sure.
And not always about...
And if you're still listening, that's why you're probably listening to this.
Yeah.
And not always gabbing about smutty romance novels.
Oh, well, okay.
But one of our girlfriends we'll probably feature in a couple of episodes. We'll have them, join us for some of the weird, the wild, and the mad, or
something like that.
Whatever one. There is a book that we are planning to do with a larger group of guests to join us because
it's that weird.
Well, for some of us, for us, it's weird. Okay. For the cis people, it's weird, and it's not our yum.
That's okay.
And that's fine. But for us, it's weird. So we might be a little drunk or a lot drunk. And some people might be high while we talk about it.
We'll see.
We'll see. And it's not going to be for a while. So don't worry. We'll give everyone a heads up that it's coming.
Good warning.
Yeah.
Like the next book club, unless we release this episode out of order, will be The Weird, the Wild, and the Mad. Where it'll be possibly a demon or a monster or a vampire. I don't know. It'll be something that's not... man, woman, human sex. Where it won't be humans.
Yes.
Where it might be the fairies or the vampires or the fairy vampires.
Man, I feel like this is going along my lines
or
here.
The demons.
Or the demons.
Oh boy.
I mean, or the weird poly sex worker-ness that I accidentally read and was like, what the hell am I reading?
Yeah.
It's not non-human, but it is not something we're into. So again, if it's not stuff we're into, we're gonna call it The Weird, the Wild, and the Mad. Because for us, it might be weird or a little wild,
or both,
or maybe a little mad if you're into that stuff. I mean, that one it got to the point where I was not reading the sex. I couldn't. I literally skipped.
That's impressive.
I had to skip the sexy stuff.
That's impressive. It was that
bad.
Wild.
It was
that wild or
was
that
it just
frequent?
not good, or
was it just a string of sexy?
No, this is the one I told you about where there was the not cleaning after the fisting in the ass.
Ooh.
Yeah, that kind of stuff.
Ooh.
No.
Yeah,
no.
Where they got all messy and didn't clean up, and then the two of them did stuff and then cleaned up. Yeah, it was I was just like, oh, it's like, because at first it was just advertised as maybe it's a little bit BDSM-y. I'm like, okay, I can do that. And then I'm like,
no,
I'm like, skip. What made it really hard though too was for surprisingly the story outside of the sex was actually decent.
You'd think that would kind of float the rest. Not always.
I mean, the couple, they were both sex workers. Mm-hmm. That were like bi, which is again great, and they weren't ashamed of it, which is great. And the fact that you shouldn't, if you have to do that, more power to you. But there was just something about the way that like the kinks got more and more and more extreme. It got to the point where it's like, I can't read this, and that's just not for me.
I don't think you have to, enjoy everything. I mean,
no, that's
I have trouble. I have trouble making myself like DNR a book, but I should have done it more than I have.
Like, I should have DNR'd it, but no, I was like, no, now I've started, I have to know what happens.
Yeah, that's my problem, is I'm like, dang it, now I need to know what happens.
Outside of the smut, I need to know what happens.
Exactly.
The storyline was compelling enough that you're curious about how it's going to end.
Yeah.
I have shamelessly DNR'd and then just read a synopsis on the internet.
Honestly, what I have done, though, is I'm like, okay, I'm getting...
Or just skip to the end of the book and just read the last...
I've skipped to the end. I was like, how does this end? Yeah. I just need to know that.
Skimmed it enough to know kind of
because sometimes the story isn't compelling enough to get me to finish it. Or the smut gets, like, beyond the 5 chili... This was, like, honestly, like, 10 chili peppers, and it was, like, lots of questions. God. Yeah, this was, like, a lot. It was, like, okay, no. Like, it got to the point where it was not sexy.
You're like, yeah, no, this is too much.
It got to the point where I was horrified and it was not sexy.
That's impressive.
Pretty far.
That's impressive.
And the look on my face.
To you.
The look on my face while reading it is just like,
yeah.
Ooh. I have a look of horror on my face. Sorry, we're not on camera. I'm just a look of pure horror going like, what is happening?
Turn the page, turn the page.
Fast forward, like, turn the page. Okay,
yes.
Normal story. Like, no, and but for me too, I'm like, I'm willing to read some of that stuff because I'm curious.
Yeah, sure.
And now I know I have there's
a limit. There's a limit.
Smut.
Yeah.
Someone has reached your limit.
Which is, and even some of the poly ones that I've read, like the white shoes versus harems, get to the point where I'm like, no, thank you. This is. Yeah. And then there's also the I don't understand how the physics work.
I think that's a fun puzzle.
Okay, before you guys came, I saw this on my Insta, and we're actually going to play it close to the mic because I thought it was funny. I bookmarked it because I have a random reels that I bookmarked for, this, that I think are, podcast worthy. Or,
Did you see that one I sent you earlier?
With the weird, tentacle dildo thing?
Oh, that was pretty weird.
No, here's this one.
Not that one, okay. Yeah.
So, I don't know who this is. Hold on, let me mute it. So this is Diana the Book Nerd on Instagram. And so she has this, so...
One guy was 14.
Okay.
I was reading a book, and it was 14 inches. Where is that going? Excuse me. It's as big as my torso. And it was a reverse harem. One guy was 14, the other one was as long as my forearm, so in 10. And the other one was so thick that she couldn't wrap one hand, so she needed to use the other one. It's as big as my leg.
She's using
Where are her organs going? Because she was, and they were, and I'm scared. Also, it was a Omega verse, so I was reading about.
Yeah, so I saw that.
She's using a tape measure.
She's using a tape measure to show this. I'm like, yeah, that's not realistic. She's not wrong. Where do all the organs go?
Make that stuff believable, yeah.
And the giant tentacle dildos?
Oh, man.
That are the size of a person?
Yeah.
Oh.
That's for show, not for play.
No. That's for fun.
No. You have a cervix. It doesn't go.
No, it doesn't go all the way in, friend. Yeah.
Nah.
And how many of the TV show, the medical procedurals and stuff, the police procedurals, the rescue procedurals, where they talk, there's always an episode where there's a sex toy that migrates into the bladder and causes problems.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Or
yeah, that's impossible. It can't migrate.
And then there was another one, I think it was on Grey's Anatomy, where the guy's it wasn't a Prince Albert, it was it was one of a Jacob's Ladder kind of situation.
Yeah.
That got caught on his wife's ex-wife's IUD, and they got stuck together.
Okay, but the IUD.
The IUD is in the cervix.
Yeah, that's not fun.
You have to open up, get into
it's on the other side of your cervix.
Yeah,
it's
you go
in your.
Yeah. You go through the
in
cervix.
Your uterus.
So
it's in your uterus. Yeah, it's not.
What?
Yeah. How?
You can bruise your cervix in sex.
Yes. Oh yeah, that's not fun.
Unless the guy has the speculum that opens up your cervix when he jams his cock up there, it's not gonna work.
No.
You can't open your own damn.
No,
it's just.
No, there's nowhere.
Hence bottoming
also,
out. That's not
again, with the whale dicks, like.
Look, I know this is fantasy.
When you get an erection, do you not kind of get a little lightheaded because the blood is...
Well, and these are like
fantasies from other parts of your body
at least, like, for that one, she did say that was an Omegaverse, so, okay, that's more fantasy, like, related.
But still.
But some of this is, like, these are normal humans.
Why write something completely
I will
ridiculous?
suspend my disbelief up to a certain point.
But not
and
a
14-inch penis exceeds my ability to suspend my disbelief about the size of your equipment.
At least that demon one I told you, when they were doing it and he changed into his demon form and got bigger, everything got bigger, but at least they didn't say it was 2 feet long. No,
they just say he bottomed out, or he only like what?
No, she just said it got bigger and she liked it. They weren't specific, so you could just picture
At that point, your dick is a hot dog that is too long for the bun. And it's just whatever the end of the hot dog is that's hanging off the end of the bun. That's as far as it goes.
Yeah,
guys.
it only goes so far. Like
you got a solid couple inches.
Again, full respect to all the authors that write and publish and self-publish.
But still,
props to you. But where are you getting the size of these penises?
And look, man, if you're gonna like pull this off of the internet as some fucked up fan fiction, like go back and re-edit it and at least make it somewhat plausible.
I wear a size small gloves. Like I have small gloves.
Yes.
And there is no one that I have met that I like had to use two hands to go around.
Well, see, the thing is, like, Dougie will see me, like, I'll read a book, and then I'll put it down, and I'll just sit there and, like, wrap my fingers around my wrist to, like, get an idea.
Like, bigger than my wrist? No.
I'm like, okay, I can overlap my fingernails. Granted, my fingertips touch if I don't have because I have long stiletto-y nails.
Yeah.
I'm like, if that dick is the size of a fucking wrist,
and as long as your forearm, like that gal said,
and as long as your forearm, right?
Ooh.
Like, okay, so a girth I can sort of wrap my head around to a certain extent.
Like
now, 2 hands.
No. 2 hands. This is a fucking Yeti Stanley Cup.
One hand barely touching is pretty decent.
Yes.
It's a Yeti Stanley Cup.
No.
I do not want this near my cooch.
No.
I am sorry, that is not sexy.
No.
Maybe
that's
maybe one hand, fingertips to thumb.
To me,
that's actually really nice.
That's decent. That's
a good size.
Yes.
To me, that's like no one's gonna get near that. You better go into corn.
Yes.
And these people would exist in porn. We would know about it.
Yeah. Not everybody is Ron Jeremy.
Well, even Ron Jeremy's dick isn't that big.
No, even Billy Bob Thornton's dick isn't that
They're
big.
not like, a foot and a half long and like
it's
3
not
inches wide.
Okay, this is not an elephant.
That can scratch itself with
or a horse or whatever, right?
But like, it's like, again, props to the authors, but where are you getting these dicks? I'm sorry.
Unless you're literal horses.
We're
not. No.
But the thing is, like, if you make them, if you're too specific like that, and you make them unbelievable, then people are just too busy thinking about how that's unbelievable.
And then you're gonna get all of these videos. We'll reshare.
And then you go like, nah,
we'll
no way,
reshare
man.
the Book Nerds Instagram to our socials when this episode airs. That way, the timing, you don't have to go searching for it. So you can see it, but like, then you'll get stuff like that where you're just sitting there, you forget the book, you go out of the story, and you find your measuring tape or your ruler.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
We have one somewhere.
I get out my knitting bag and I'm like,
you'll sit there and you put things down, and then you like trying, like, I have literally sat there reading a book and like just grabbed my foot and was like, okay, how does...
Yeah, no, the first one we read when she spun on the penis, I was like, yeah, no. No, girl.
We put our Confetti Johnson down and we were trying that out. That did not work.
Yeah, we were trying to squat. Remember?
Yeah.
We were trying to
squat on it and like understand how that worked.
Yeah.
Like no. Like,
make it somewhat believable, right?
I'm sorry, but no one's that, like, you can't stick a foot up there without hitting cervix.
Or all kinds of organs. God.
You can't get past cervix.
No, you can't. But
that's an elephant penis.
Oh.
The cervix.
It's not going into.
It gives me cramps just thinking about it.
Boys,
another
men
humanoid.
listening, every woman that has gone through a fucking pap smear, lady girl, OBGYN check, and that stupid spec, it is not comfortable to get up in the cervix. It's not enjoyable.
No.
None of that is good.
No, that's not fun.
It's uncomfortable when they stick that fucking thing and, like, spread your cervix. It's the most uncomfortable thing in the world. That is not sexy.
No, just swabbing it's not cool, let alone jamming stuff at it. Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
Pinching it. Oh.
I have an IUD. I don't usually get bad cramps, so props to all the ladies out there that can handle the horrible cramps. I'm very lucky. I know that. I was always very regular and I never got cramps. They put my first IUD in. I thought I would be fine. I sat up and stood up and immediately was like woozy and had to lay down. I'm like, because I never have cramps.
I never get cramps either.
I was very blessed.
Yeah.
I just had all the fucking cravings and the hormone wildness. Like, I would rage machine. And I was, again, very lucky. 28 days. I didn't even have to count. I just figured out what every full moon. Without fail. I hated it, especially on blue moons.
Well, some of us get lucky like that. You are regular and don't have cramps.
That's why I have an IUD and I don't get periods or anything anymore. It's fantastic.
Also safe in these conditions.
Yes.
Well, I would have gotten a hysterectomy at 25 if I could have. I'd rather go through early menopause and be done with it and not have to worry about it anymore.
Yeah. You don't have to go through menopause if you get a partial, though.
Yeah.
You still
or a
have
tubal ligation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I love my friends' kids and my...
Not that that's not a huge thing. It is a huge thing. It's a big surgery, I'm just saying.
The IUD is the best I can do, and we'll stick with the fur babies.
Yeah, we love them.
Again, 2025 is dumpster fire, so...
Yep.
Not giving that up. And I'd be considered a geriatric pregnancy at this point.
Oh, that's ridiculous. Tons of people are having kids at this age.
I don't want to bring a kid into this world. There's a reason we're doing smutty podcast books. This is our, like, get away from this shit. I have some, like, really good, like, serious, like, you know, thought-provoking or, you know, fantasy novels that have a romance element or something. I can't read those right now because they still, like, I just need brainless crap because...
I need something to get away and, like, relax, too.
Yes.
Yes. Same.
I think a lot of us are that way with our books, especially right now.
And, like...
But we're all that way with our lives.
Yeah, and, like, as much as I love my true crime podcast, that shit's depressing.
Well, you know, like I said, I watch a lot of book talk, and it's like all the women in their 30s and 40s are that way. Like, not all of us, but a lot of us are that way. A lot. They're like, okay, we all went to granny pastimes. We're all reading all the books. We're all gardening. We're all doing the house plants. We're all knitting. We're all doing something.
I can't garden. I kill everything.
Yeah.
That's like when we have to figure out what we're doing when the weather's better with all the plants that the Athelstan's pea has killed. Claire is going to help me. Plus, I have a fear of earthworms. So.
Of earthworms?
Yes. I know. It's
Snakes,
weird.
I can understand.
I love snakes. That's what's weird. It makes it even weirder.
I just don't.
I love. Are you kidding? I would love for a massive python, but it would eat my dogs.
Oh gosh, no.
But I'm terrified of earthworms. I hate them.
That's what we did during COVID. We went to the creek and we dug up earthworms and like...
Yeah, no, I'm never going to do that with you and my niece.
She's genuinely terrified of them and I don't understand.
Like, when we are doing the, like, yard work to get, like, some of the weeds and stuff out when the season changes.
How do you go fishing without earthworms?
I don't fish! Are you fucking kidding me? I am a city girl to my core. Hell no.
Have you ever been fishing?
I've been on the boat while someone else was fishing.
So you've never actually, like, fished?
Oh, God, no.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I've been on a marine biology trip where I got to touch a fish.
But you can fish without worms.
You can.
You can fish with bait. It's not the same experience.
Other bait.
We used to do it with hot dogs.
Okay.
I know. Okay. City girl. My fish, people go and fish for me, and then I buy it at the fish market.
Yeah, but we weren't like eating the fish. We're like catching bluegill in a pond
Yeah,
and letting
exactly.
them back. Like,
Yeah, catch and release.
No.
For fun.
Yeah.
I go to the fish market in Baja or the fish market in Long Beach.
We go to the Asian fish market and it's like an aquarium. We just take the kid.
No, if you
take the kid. It's like an aquarium for
you
free.
go to the fresh fish market.
There is no such thing as a fresh fish market. We're landlocked.
Okay, yes, but that's where I like to go for my fish. I don't have to do any of the work. It is fresh caught and it's delicious.
Oh, we went to the seaside place, in Southeast Asia, and we were in outside the fish restaurant were just like kiddie pools. Full of different fish, and then you could be like, oh, I want this crab from this kiddie pool, and I want this
The closest we're getting to a fresh fish market is the fishmonger guy that comes out at Costco in the summertime.
Exactly.
I do not fish. I do not do earthworms. It is disgusting and gross and terrifying. And Dougie thinks it's hilarious when we're out doing yard stuff because I will like clean and then there will be a worm and then I will scream and he has to go deal with it.
Yes.
Yeah. Call your niece.
I do not do no thank you. Those scare the bejabbers out of me and I cannot tell you why.
I don't do spiders. Spiders are my
no spiders.
No spiders for me. Everything else I can more or less
we did unlock a new fear.
And it's not like a fear of spiders. It's like, I
did unlock a new fear recently.
A new one?
Contortionists.
Oh, you told me about that. Why?
I don't need to see someone's organs.
They're always skinny and flexible.
Yeah.
And your lungs should not know that's not sexy.
Not supposed to be sexy.
Well, it was part of this like cabaret show that was supposed to, and she was in like tassel, and it's not sexy.
That you can contort like? We should find one where they contort into weird shapes and then do it.
That is not sexy, and that is like Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon porn.
Cirque du Soleil porn at that
point. Like, no, I'm sorry, I'm so impressed that you can do contortionism. I never want to see another contortionist that close in my life. It was, no. Like, your organs are, no, it is not sexy.
I need to stretch. I used to be like a wet noodle. Maybe not contortionist, but like a wet noodle.
I'm flexible as fuck.
Yeah, I always was, but I'm a little, the working out we've been doing, I'm a little tight. Like, we've been doing a lot of like,
I mean, do you remember when we were doing the workouts together?
Yeah.
I would just...
Yep.
But no, thank you. I don't need to be a contortionist. That's one of those improbable and doesn't make sense sex positions.
Okay, but they were not having. It was a cabaret thing. They weren't having sex.
Splits and shit come in handy.
Positions.
Oh, there was a book. It's actually become a movie on Passion Flix. It's a yoga. She's a yoga instructor.
See.
And there's a scene.
Yeah, but that's not.
I'm sure tons of porn starts out in a yoga.
What is the book?
Oh,
Hold
sure.
on.
Just like the masseuse.
What is the book?
Yes.
It's like Audrey. Hold on, let me find it. It's Audrey Carlin. It's called Resisting Roots.
I bet there's some.
And it's like a baseball player and yoga rehabbing an injury and a yoga instructor. But there's a scene where she's in like a headstand balance up against the wall with her legs spread. And he goes up and, like, eats her out in that position. And then, like, they adjust and he holds her and they're doing a weird, like, gymnastic-y 69.
I don't know. I saw a good thing the other day and it was like who really, like, when you're a teenager, you're like,
I don't think you can do that for an extended...
69 sounds really good, but the truth is, I'd rather me do you and then you do me. Like, it's just more fun that way. You can enjoy it better.
Because, like, I've always terrified of the whole, if you orgasm hard enough, if your teeth clench around the...
Oh, I don't know.
That was always my concern, right?
I'm just worried, like, they're gonna...
And it's like...
They're gonna, like, smother me if they're on top.
Like, again, if you're, like, if it's a laying down 69, but this was, like, headstand up on the wall, her forearms are, like, then he moves her and holding her, but she's still, like, balanced on, like, he's sitting, like,
that doesn't sound very doable.
Yeah.
Now, I can totally see one of those things where you, like, that resting pose where you have your, like, legs up.
No, but the thing with
but
Tosca,
I see this as a just me getting a thing.
The thing that Tosca Musk did with it was, like, they started there, but then they, like, and so it starts, but then you don't see it sustain because it cuts from that to, like, them on the floor.
That's doable.
So it doesn't show the weird gymnastics that's happening in between.
I don't know.
Oh, the actor in that movie specifically for Passion Flicks is Lou Ferrigno Jr., who's the guy I mentioned who was in like 911 with the British guy. There was like a bisexual relationship, and I was like, I didn't realize that. I didn't click to it, and then I'm like, wait a minute.
Why does he look familiar?
But yeah, he was the recovering, like, rehabbing baseball player who falls for the yoga instructor.
And eats her out in a yoga position.
Yeah, again.
That might be doable, some of that.
Yeah,
I feel like it would be difficult to hold that for a long time.
Yes, the headstand, all the blood rushing to your head.
I just mean the one where you lie on the wall. You know, like you lie on the wall, and they're like, it's restorative, and then you do like...
That's a reverse, like, second position.
That's 69ing against a wall.
Not
She's in a headstand.
No. None of that. We're not doing that. Okay. Oh, let me get back up.
Like, she's in a headstand position on the wall.
Yeah.
No.
It's like if you were in a handstand on the wall and someone was trying to...
Which is probably why they cut between, like, the handstand.
They started it on the wall, cut to the floor after they've orgasmed.
Yes. Because it probably was not a graceful dismount.
No! And that's the other thing with film, like... all the sex scenes, like, they cut away from all the, like, figuring out how the undergarments work. Where do they go? No. Okay.
Doesn't matter.
No one's wearing any undergarments. They're wearing yoga pants.
Everybody's always commando, okay?
Yes.
And
always.
Well, or, what is with all the goddamn lingerie?
Oh, no, you can't do that in yoga clothes,
No. It's not comfortable.
I don't, like... Most of us women do not wear lingerie under our clothes as a general.
No, not all. No,
maybe a lacy college, but not anymore.
Maybe a lacy bra.
Like nothing. None
of the matching lingerie garter belt situation. Not unless there's a reason to do it. I'm not doing it.
You're not gonna make yourself uncomfortable like that unless you know you're gonna get laid.
Or you're stupid and young. Like one time we went for Valentine's Day and I was wearing the whole thing with the lacy bra and the thong and the matching like garter belt and this, and then we ate all this pasta
and then we
passed out on the sofa and it was like restricting my breathing and my blood flow.
If you're gonna wear lingerie, it's you go home, you have your nice date night or whatever, you put it on really quick, get home, change, put it on, he rips it off you and you're done. You don't wear it for an extended period of time.
No, it's only there to look at, rip it off gently, because it's expensive. And
oh no, see, I'm Dougie could care less about the fucking. He hates the high heels. He doesn't see a point in dressing up. Like
Mr. Laurel likes the garter belts.
And I'm like, you know what? It's okay. He's like, he'll never get me out of my high heels, but he doesn't give a shit about the lingerie. Then I'm not gonna worry about it, and that saves me money.
There we go.
That's fair.
I mean. And, like, I wear corsets as tops. Like, I mean, that New Year's Eve where I wore... It moves your organs around. It's not fun. You can't sit without breathing.
But they're so good for your boobs. They look so good.
Yeah, they cinch and lift, but you can't breathe.
Next time we go to the Ren Fest, telling you, no dogs, just corsets. We gotta get a corset.
We'll do it a whole...
I didn't get one last time. Remember?
Yeah.
You offered yours.
You were a little in between sizes.
I was in between.
Honestly, I need a new... I love the current outfit I have, but I think I want a new one.
Renfest outfit?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. I have a good one. I might fit into mine
now. Because mine, I was a lot skinnier then, so
me too.
Yeah.
It doesn't cinch in the front, and so I might just get a new one. And the thing, so...
See, mine, had, the hooks in the front, I think, yours did, and then you cinched it in the back.
And the thing is, our local Renfest isn't as big as the one I grew up going to.
It's nice, but it's not very big. I mean, it's nice.
I keep suggesting that we should just do a girls trip to LA and go to the LA Renfest, but that's a really expensive trip to go buy expensive costumes.
Yeah. That's true.
But the costumes of the LA Renfest are fantastic. And I mean, I don't know about Renfest everywhere else, but in LA you can rent costumes throughout the park or the festival.
Yes.
Because
that's fun.
It's a huge thing.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the other local Renfests that I've been to over throughout the states and whatever, it's not very common for the dress up or the dress up.
We have a lot of people dress up at all.
Yeah, it's more frequent now. But people were dressing up when I was a child in LA.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
but it's LA. You got Hollywood right there.
Yes, and it's everything.
But I want one that I can wear again. I bought that one and I was like, oh, I splurged because I was just out of college and I had a good job and I was like, I'm going to buy this $400 outfit with all the parts, and then I wore it maybe every other Halloween.
Yes.
Yeah, and I love mine because it got to the point where when I first moved out to where we are now, I would wear it on Halloween. And I made a cape for it, and I made stuff for it, and have all the shit to make it look great. But now I'm like, maybe I want something different, because it's kind of like a piratey.
Yeah, I get it. Mine's more winchy.
And so,
interesting side note. I had a picture of me in that Renfest outfit that I met Dougie and Mr. Laurel on that website. Yeah. So he would have seen that outfit.
So see, and the thing is, like, too, with when I got that original costume,
yeah,
I wasn't inked up as I am now.
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, part of me doesn't feel like the ink fits the outfit either too well.
A pirate outfit?
Well, no, it depending on how I style it, it doesn't fit.
Yeah.
And so it's like,
I feel like I could fit a pirate outfit.
Yeah, I'm not. If I lean hard into the pirate,
I wouldn't mind the pirate one this time. Actually, I think I'd like that, because mine was just a pure, just peasant winchy type thing going on.
But yeah, they're not cheap.
No,
and the ones that are well made too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, they're too expensive not to get a good one. I mean, I know it's more expensive when you get a good one, but
if you get a good one,
I'm gonna get a cheap one. It's only $200. Really? Come on. Might as well get the $400 one that you're like, gonna be able to.
That's like
wear.
Basically custom.
Yeah.
I mean, I had to finally convince Claire to get the fucking decent pair of heels.
Well, but you got to, right?
Yes, it took a while, but we got her a good pair of heels.
Yeah.
Because good heels make a huge difference. I'm the shoe slut. I'm not ashamed of it.
I would too if I had your former job.
I'm a shoe slut.
Yeah, I'm not. Me neither.
I picked the wrong profession for that.
Yeah, same.
Well, how do you think I got into the field I got into? My dad literally sat me down and was like, okay, you have the aptitude for it.
Yeah.
You want to buy your fancy ass shoes. Mm-hmm. That career will do it for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was never...
No one ever had that conversation with me.
Well, okay, so I feel like I'm getting a little vague with it. Yes. I have my degrees are in engineering. I have a background in electrical engineering. I went to program management. So the whole PMP bullshit and all that crap. I was sat down in high school. I wanted to be an attorney. I thought I was going to poli-sci, pre-law, and then go to law school. Dad sat me down and was like, look, poli-sci is not going to get you a job that will pay for your shoes on a bachelor's degree. You might not get into grad school. You might not want to go to grad school. You want to be able to buy your designer heels. Because he knew he fed my shoe addiction as a child. Like, he understood my weakness for shoes. And this was when I was still buying, like, the cheap Payless shit. Or my mother was buying me the cheap Payless shit. So he sat me down, he's like, what are your dream shoes? And I told him that they were, Manolo Blahnik, Jimmy Choo, Christian Louboutin. He's like, you're not going to be able to afford that if you get a poli-sci degree and don't continue into grad school. Or an English degree. Both of which I was considering. You have an aptitude for math and physics. Got it from me, got it from your mom. Go into engineering. Because guess what? You graduate with a bachelor's degree, maybe not right away, but eventually you'll be able to afford to buy your designer heels. Mm-hmm. And then I accidentally tripped and fell into a master's program and got my master's degree. And the first couple of years I couldn't afford my designer heels. It took a while, but then now I have a lot of designer heels that I wear quite frequently. Which is fun for me because where we live, they're not common unless they're the black or the taupe. The standard you can wear with everything because most people, again, no problem there.
This is not LA.
Well, and most people, if you're going to spend that much money on a heel, you're going to want to wear it, be able to wear it a lot.
Yeah,
wear it with
true.
everything.
Yes. Absolutely.
And so you're going to get the black or the taupe.
Black or the taupe, for sure.
My viewpoint was, if I'm going to buy the expensive, fancy designer heels, they have to make a statement. They are not going to be the subtle fade into the background. These are going to be the bright fuchsias, the snakeskin patterns, the strappy, the colors. Yeah. I have a pair of fuchsia Louboutins that are the strappy ones that have like Swarovski crystal stabby,
heels.
They're not stabby heels, but it's like the spiked shoes that you see, but they are spiked with like crystals.
I was watching this thing with
I'm gonna do the statement because
I saw this thing with Mr. Laurel the other night, and he and I don't get along, so much right now with politics. But we were watching this whistleblower, and she was like, woe is me, no one likes me anymore, I can't get a job, I can't do this, I can't do that. But she was wearing like some really nice black Louboutins with like the red bottom. I was like, okay, feeling real sorry for you right now.
Yeah. Well,
sure.
See, you're not alone with the whole thing, because Dougie, there's a rule in this house. He gets one warning if he talks politics to me.
I'm like, I don't want to hear that from you.
Or Kanye. I don't want to hear about him either. He gets one warning. Does it again, I get to spray him with a vinegar bottle.
That is used on the dogs, by the way.
Yes. And if I ask a question about a headline or something I see, he gets a pass. Or if like he's doing something in the bathroom and I come in while he's listening to something, he gets a pass. But if he just randomly starts talking to me about this shit, he gets a warning and then a spray.
Yep.
Maybe I should take one of your vinegar bottles home with me.
Dude, you can get these at Target for cheap.
We're going to Target after this. We need dog food.
Like, seriously. Like, that's why
and maybe more books. I don't know.
But, like, that's what we do because I can't deal with it right now. Because, again, dumpster fire. Lucky Claire doesn't have to deal with it.
Yeah, no. You're like, let's get Claire, man.
She has
I'm like,
to deal
no,
with
I'm fine. I'm fine over here. I'm doing great, guys.
She has to deal with the dumpster
I'm doing
fire.
whatever the fuck I want, whenever I want,
Damn
and it's great. I don't have to answer to anybody.
Shit.
Me and the dog
and
against the
she
world.
also doesn't have...
she's like, why would I want to go?
Yeah, why do I want to...
I mean, you don't have to deal with what Laurel's dealing with, which is the rower for Valentine's Day.
Yes.
The rower for Valentine's Day. Seriously?
See? I don't want any of that bullshit.
It's okay. I got grocery store roses.
I want a thing, I buy the thing. I don't... It sucks to pay for everything on your own, but the alternate is...
I got grocery store roses.
Less appealing.
He forgot to get me my yearly roses. Forgot.
He forgot last year.
My dang romantic he did take me for a really good cheese and wine plate, like charcuterie board thing. And
we also didn't go out for dinner because we didn't.
No.
To be fair, we don't go out on Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
we don't go out on Valentine's Day. It's been a standing thing for us. We don't go out on the day of.
Well, it's hard to get reservations. Anyway, so long story short, then he fills up my tank of gas, and he was like, "Happy Valentine's Day," and I was like, "Oh, God."
Oh no, he's buying me another sparkly thing.
Oh yeah, that ring sizer's coming in by the way today.
Good.
No, he's buying me another sparkly thing. It's an ongoing joke in our group, because I have 6 rings now.
Yeah.
7, 6. I don't know anymore. We've been together 13 years. He's yet to ask the question.
Yeah.
So I get rings every 6 months or so.
Which is way more than I have.
Yeah, but see, did he pick out the ring for you?
Oh, no.
Okay.
No. I picked out the ring.
You know what happens? He hands me his credit card.
Oh, that's perfect.
It's a good way to do it.
Yeah.
No. So I get my sparkly
dogs.
So I get sparklies. He's lucky, though, because I don't buy diamonds. I don't want diamonds.
He is lucky.
Yeah, that's something else. Yeah, we're not traditional, so I'm not going to wear diamonds.
Yeah.
The only diamonds I wear are for my mom.
Better still let doggy squeak you.
Yeah.
Yes, sorry if there's a squeaky or weird breathing or random statements.
That's not us.
It's Marie or Athelstan and then occasionally the tomato.
It's a dog. Yep.
Tomato's not here today, so. I think his nickname was Potato, but I got confused one day and called him a tomato.
You accidentally called him a tomato one time when you were drunk and it just stuck.
I think it's just funny as fuck.
He does not look like a tomato. He looks like a potato.
That's why it's so funny. Because he's a tomato. He does not look like a tomato. And I love calling him the tomato. I mean, we don't have your crazy child.
Oh, my crazy fur baby is, not...
She's a little too wild for this.
Yeah, she does like Athelstan a lot. And maybe Marie, but...
Your fur child is wilder, I think.
She is wild. Oh, yeah. No, she's definitely wild. They're poor...
It makes sense that niece is slightly feral.
Yes.
Yeah. No, though, we did agree that because she is feral, she is amazing. She will be fine when she's grown.
Oh, yes.
No one will want to mess with her.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we should do more of these low-key random talking happy hours.
Yeah. You should join us, especially if you don't have time to join your girls like this.
Yeah.
And if you don't feel like reading.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's okay, because sometimes
you can always listen to ours, whether you like want to read it or not. You can just hear about a good book and hear just the funny parts. You don't have to read all the BS in between.
Or hear about how book talk lied to you, and the girls tell me about a book and I get really drunk.
Yeah. And you can get with us and pull out your
or
measuring tape
Or I tell the girls about a horrifyingly unhinged, too many penises situation.
And just laugh. I'm still looking for that book.
Well, we'll figure it out.
I know.
You'll find it when you're not looking for it.
It might be this one. Her Soul to Take.
That sounds like a demon-ish.
Yeah. I didn't mean for it to be. Oh, dang.
Or if you have a suggestion for a happy hour topic you want to hear us chat about.
Or even just a book. Like a book club one.
Yeah, or a book club, Well, we'll get all the other questions and stuff figured out. Again, this whole social media thing, we're a little old and a little tired of some of these social media things, but we'll figure it out eventually.
Yep.
I'm looking for synopsis.
Is it demons, angels?
I don't know yet.
Deal with the devil?
Well, that's all related. That would go down my rabbit hole, wouldn't it?
I mean...
It says just at age 22 years and up.
Dude, some of these trashy romance novels are like 18 plus. I'm like, no, they should be more than 18 plus, guys.
You're not ready when you're 18.
No. Maybe have some sex of your own for a few years and then get it.
Realize what's realistic before you start.
I'm trying to find the synopsis, but it was like, okay, it's 5 chili spices, but what they said was it had a good story with it. Like it was
sometimes that's true, and sometimes I feel like that's a lie.
Okay, let me see if I can pull it up on Goodreads.
Because like that 10 plus chili pepper, it wasn't a good story. Like it was just a decent storyline where I was like, I need to know how this ends, but the sex is horrifying.
Pretty sure this is it.
Kind of thing. So.
Okay. Leon, I earned my reputation among magicians for a reason. One wrong move and you're dead. Killer, they call me, and killing is what I'm best at, except her. The one I was supposed to take. The one I should have killed. I didn't. The cult that once controlled me wants her, and I'm not about to lose my new toy to them. Ray, I've always believed in the supernatural. Hunting for ghosts is my passion, but summoning a demon... Oh god, it is a demon! was never part of the plan.
This is a character.
Monsters are roaming the woods, and something ancient, something evil is waking up and calling my name. I don't know who I can trust or how deep this darkness goes. All I know is my one shot at survival is the demon stalking me. And he doesn't just want my body. He wants my soul.
It's not just me that's getting she's getting all the demons. I'm getting all the glitter dicks.
Oh my god. I thought it wasn't a team. Okay.
I'm sorry, but my soul to take is devil or demon.
Clearly, I need to read my Kindle Unlimited synopses more often and see if I'm getting unhinged shit. Because I'm definitely not getting unhinged shit as far as I can tell.
I would have thought you would have gotten more like fairy stuff.
It says each book in the Souls trilogy is interconnected, following a different couple through a similar timeline in the fictional world of Abilam.
It's been feeding me a lot of, like, Fourth Wing, which is fair.
Oh, yeah,
I like
sure,
the romantasy.
Sure. Yes.
Well, so you should get some of that, like, demon, angel, fairy shit.
I don't understand why I'm not. I mean, I've read some good, like, demon, fairy, vampire ones. I have a series I like, but it's, like, not unhinged. It's
well, I think this one is supposed to be unhinged.
I think you'll get there. I think you'll find some that'll get you down that accident. Look, it was not on purpose that I got into the glitter dicks.
I did not mean to get into the demons. It was the Bridgerton that sucked me in.
I did not mean to get into the glitter dicks.
Bridgerton with demons.
Bridgerton with demons, and I was like, anything with Bridgerton sounds good to me.
And the glitter dicks were all sports ball.
That's how it starts.
It was just the sports ball stuff.
She doesn't even like sports, really.
I know,
she just likes sports books.
Oh god, and I'm
romance.
Hockey is.
Why?
I don't know.
See, we read that one, and I'm like, okay, I'm good.
There's another book in that series that just came out.
That's okay. That's all right.
No, I know. I haven't read that one yet. Because I think the next one is like a single dad nanny situation.
The one that they previewed in the end of the last.
Like the friend.
The friend
or I did read it and then I forgot I read it. I think I did read it and then I forgot I read it.
Yeah, probably.
Because it's like one of the best. It was like their teammate friend's brother situation.
No, they babysat his kid so he could.
Or some. There's like all sorts of things. Like I don't know. It was. I need to read the Hitman one where it's like he is interested in her because she's reading a spicy novel on the plane next to him, and he's a hitman, and falls for her and doesn't know how to tell her she's a hitman. It reminds me of a Nora Roberts book where she falls for the guy and the guy is a thief, a master thief.
Yeah.
We had fun and we had a decent thing.
Yeah.
Do you have suggestions for random happy hour topics that you would like to hear from us?
Give us a shout.
Yeah.
If you have a book,
books, whatever
that you want us to read that you're just like, this is just utterly unhinged, I can't keep this to myself.
Yeah, and you want to hear the commentary?
Yeah, please.
And all of us get progressively drunk, or I just get progressively drunk and see what happens?
Yeah.
Let us know. Mm-hmm. We might have to re-tier the Patreon pricey things. I mean, it's not many, there's no one on it right now, so we're not worried, but like, to make it fit with how our timeline shit is going, with how we do things.
Yeah.
Just because... Yeah, again,
we're slow rolling this.
Well, and again, we have lives outside. We're not just podcasters.
Yes.
No.
We have lives, things outside of this, and we all have our issues where, like, we're just tired.
For fun on this side.
Yeah.
But if you love us and want to help support us, share with your friends. Yes. Have them join us.
Tell us to listen to our craziness.
Yeah. Follow along, listen, subscribe on our website. Social media, so Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We have nothing on TikTok. I think we've mentioned this. None of us know how to use TikTok yet.
I don't understand TikTok.
Yeah. We have a GoPro, so we're going in the right direction. We have this the GoPro selfie light thing, but it broke, so we need a new one at some point. We'll figure it out eventually. So we're all there. Listen in, listen, subscribe. We're on... For sure, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, YouTube, and we're on a few things. If you have someone who wants to listen but isn't on any of those platforms and has a favorite platform, let us know. We'll do what we can to jump on there.
Get down.
I think that's everything.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thanks for hanging out. This is low-key episode today, but hey... The world's on fire, so...
We'll see you next time.
Cheers, bitches.
Cheers.
Bye.